I did 30 days of a Tantric purification meditation practice to reduce stress and anxiety. And here's what happened. I practiced a 45-minute sequence daily, and this practice was specifically sequenced to work with unconscious or subconscious patterns. Within both yoga and Buddhist philosophies, they point to avidya, or lack of clarity or wisdom, or you could also think of it as things we don't know, as one of the causes of pain. Side note, yogis list 5 kleshas, or causes of pain, in the Yoga Sutras. 1, avidya, lack of wisdom or clarity. 2, asmita, ego. 3, raga, or attachment. 4, dvesha, aversion. And 5, abhinivesha, fear of death. So this makes sense. I'm sure you can think of a family member who holds a grudge and some sort of misunderstanding having to do with that. And it's for this reason that certain schools of Buddhism, which was a co-evolving philosophy with yoga, Hinduism, and other philosophies that come out of India, that avidya, or lack of clarity, is considered the highest level of hell. Because you only know what you know. In another philosophy like Tantric yoga, Tantric yogis believe that avidya resides at the base of the spine. And because yogis believe that the body, mind, breath, and emotions are all connected, this set of practices focused on working with all of those to clear avidya from the person. Within this daily practice, the sequence was really specific. It included certain gentle yoga poses, or asana, to align the physical and energetic bodies, to prepare you to sit in meditation. Pranayama, or breathing techniques, to balance the mind, as well as focus the life force energy, or prana. Then specific kriyas and mudras that are meant to unearth avidya in specific areas of the body, or transform and release it. So what does 45-minute sequence entail? So this sequence was taught to be my Platt finger of ISHTA yoga, where I'm completing my second 300-hour yoga teacher certification. So as I mentioned, 1, we have specific premeditative yoga asanas to align the physical and energetic bodies and prepare you to sit for an extended period of time in meditation. 2, you have pranayama to balance the mind. As you may know, it's difficult mentally to sit in meditation. 3, kriya, or cleansing technique, to unearth avidya at the base of the spine. 4, bandha, or body lock, to seal the energy that was created in step 3. 5, another kriya, or mantra, or meditative word, sound, or phrase, to bring the energy of avidya up the chakras, to transform it, and then through the body where it can then be released. 6, 18 minutes of meditation. 7, a grounding practice to bring you back into your body. And 8, shavasana. So what happened after 30 days? Did I gain added insight into my awareness? Yes, but not how you might think. So at the end of 30 days, I found myself frustrated that I didn't feel any different or better. And this frustration or pattern is something that I've already been aware of. If I put forth effort, I would like to see a result. However, what I did become aware of was that I held any expectation at all, which potentially sets up the energy for disappointment, particularly in unrealistic situations like these. This is a lifelong practice, so to believe that something is going to be mastered in 30 days can set you up for a little bit of disappointment. But this led me into inquiry as to why this didn't work. Did I notice this practice to be different from any results that I received from Zazen or Zen Buddhist meditations? No. So I gained insight into my mind and patterns in my Zen practices anyway. Why might this practice or experiment not have worked in 30 days? Here's what I came up with. This practice might not be appropriate for someone of my constitution. So yoga is an individualized practice because everyone is unique. I give specific poses and modifications to my back hair, scoliosis, and alignment students, so working with the mind, emotions, etc. is no different. I have a lot of pitta, or fire, in my constitution, and one of the kriyas is a heating practice, which might not be effective or irritating for someone who's already passionate, focused, and intense. Another possibility is that I'm so practiced in my Zen meditations that it's very easy for me to slip into that mode when I sit down in my quiet meditations, rather than going to wherever, this other sort of practice might be able to lead others. So this might already be a pattern that I've already worked in, since that's been happening over the years. And as we already mentioned, 30 days just might not be enough time. So where are we at with this practice? I don't think this practice is necessarily ineffective. It's just not maybe necessarily the practice for me or at this point in my life. So one of the kriyas, Bastrika in particular, is particularly strong practice that builds a lot of heat. And for someone who's already a lot of pitta or fire in my constitution, and I also reside in a very pitta location, they don't need more fire for balance. People who need to cultivate focus or create energy to become motivated to do something could benefit from this practice. So it's been suggested by my mentor to give Yoga Nidra a try, since this deep relaxation technique works on the subconscious mind in a softer way. So there's a lot of visualizations or fast-moving images that are helpful in getting the entire body to relax. So that's currently what I'm playing with now.